The operation centers are all set, ready to go. Code references, everything universal cores is on a new code frequency level connection line system. The activation core and its recognition lights is changing everybody's body framing communication signals. It's activation lights and its connection. So the platitude levels right now on TikTok are extremely fast algorithms. It's changing its program setting and it's going through its electrical light positions. Really, really powerful. I recommend you to check out my TikTok and my videos. Shows you a lot of what's going on with the simulation. There's also connections of what everybody's going through, their awakening, and how they're informed through each other. It's all about coming into discernment, coming into repent, and forgiving yourself. Forgive what you just did. Let that go. Let it go. You have to let it go. So the only way you can do that is to see yourself believing that you are better than what you were, because you're not that anymore. Okay. It's next to impossible to actually be the person that you were before. Even if you think you are, you're not. You're moving forward. Even if you don't think you're moving forward, you're still moving forward in time. You're moving forward with your thoughts. You're moving forward with space. You're moving forward with your activation. You are even moving forward with your connections. Even if you don't like your job, doesn't matter. You're always moving forward. So the more you understand that, the more you bring the truth out, the more you get into discernment, the more you get into repent of yourself, and the more you forgive yourself. That alone is high energy. That's saying that I'm forgiving what I've done in the past and letting it go. Let it go. That's all you have to do. So today's talk is all about angels and archangels and everything through its connection, how we come into the abundance of love, the activation, the circle rotation centers, and humanity is coming into more light of fruition, coming into all levels of connection to their discernments, right? It's all about surrendering, okay? You have to surrender, okay? You come into those achievements, and it's all about educating yourself, recycling, repositioning, resurfacing, realigning, readjusting, refocusing, recalculating, repositioning yourself into your connection to your higher self. If you watch TikTok, I recommend that you go on those connections, because I'll tell you, it's a very, very powerful platform. Everybody has their own way of seeing things in their reality. And when they wake up, they really realize, the reality that they're living in is not what they want. They want something better in their life. And the only way to do that is to surrender. So thank you all the subscribers and viewers that have watched my channel. It's great to see everybody coming together more and more. Top of the line, it's Monday. Some place it's Monday evening, and some place it's Monday during the day. But all in all, and again, I meant to say Happy Mother's Day. Basically, it was yesterday. In Canada, it's different. In Mexico, it's different. Time zones are different. But to all the mothers out there, bless all the gifts that you will give, all the cherished lives that you had through connections is bringing your force connection line system to your protections, to your children's, and everything through that connection. We understand how powerful mothers are. Okay, they were born on this earth to basically, help Earth in a way of seeing, just a way of looking how Earth is going through its population, right? It's all about understanding the masculinity and the femininity of both, right? And that's the calculation to yin and yang. Everybody has to come into the femininity of themselves, especially the males. To the males out there, get into the femininity of yourself, right? So that alone will help you out. I mean, I have 7 sisters, so look how much femininity I have. I'm a male through and through, but you have to understand yin and yang is balanced between both, male and the female. The clocking locations, dimensions, or anything to time, position, of space, you have to have male and female of balance. That's the 5th dimension. And that's what we're coming into. That's what we are in right now. Okay, so I recommend check out my TikTok videos. The link is at the bottom. Basically, when we come into this life that is extremely, extremely powerful through light, everybody resonates on their own level of time. You don't look at your watch and say, okay, when am I going to be into my higher self? It doesn't work that way. Okay, you have to get into the connection of who you are. And if you want to reach anything through the Akasha records or anything through that connection, you understand more of the earth planes and its direction, its position of time through space. Okay, so, but if you're trying to understand more, you can go through my healing. I can give you advice. It's all about you coming into your resources of yourself, knowing how powerful you are. Just imagine that you can actually read yourself from top to bottom and know that you are information. Everything that you want to know about yourself is inside you. And that's what's incredible. Okay? So think of yourself as a search engine. And everything you want to know is inside. And it's all connected to the brainwaves. It's all connected to electrical lights. It's all connected to simulation. Okay? The simulation itself, the interconnections of interface, interlining, interlacing, interacting, line communications through space to travel positions is the Akashic records. That is the soul. That's the identification of the soul. So when you reach that, then you understand more of yourself. So when you come into that connection, you split yourself in lines. Okay, so let's get into the body framing system. But if you want to get into my healing, go through my email, go through comments, go through questions. Now's the time to really get into discernment and repent and forgive yourself. Really, really forgive. Anything you've done in the past, there's no right or wrong in anything that you do. Okay, it's decisions that you make in life, but you can correct those decisions. Okay, it's important to understand these things. All right, so when we get into the connection, now, that's been, still trying to get used to it. You always learn something new. All right, so basically, let's split the body system into calculation. All right. Now, this is you. Okay. Now, you have to understand, you have the gravity positions. You already know that, right? You have the power connections. You already know that. And you have your connections to his atmosphere. Okay. You come into your cylinders, right? Now, basically, truly understanding everything in calculation, right, is understanding where you're connected to your heart, where you're connected to the soul, okay, and where are you connected to your powers? Your heart, your soul, and your powers, right? It's all connected to you, right? And then you come into the gravity positions, you come into the power centers, and you come into the atmosphere position, okay? So when you come into that, you come into full rotation of center position of your chakra location, okay? And then you come into your connections of your tribal recognitions, okay? And then you come into 3, 6, and 9, okay? It's pretty fascinating. And then you come into 3, 6, and 9, and then you come into 12, and then you come into your structure of your face, okay? So the face itself has its own energy fields, but you have to say you have an energy hub. It's an energy force. It's connected to the ground's power and the atmospheres. You are protecting yourself, everything through the atmospheres of you, because it's the atmospheres that you're traveling through time positions, through thoughts. And everything through the heart is trying to recognize the alpha, mega, micro, and the macro. Okay, where are you at? Are you at beta? Are you at theta? Okay, your brainwave. Where is your brainwave? Where's the patterns of the brainwave? So when you get into that positions, you have brainwave patterns, right? Electrical lights. Okay, it all looks like this. Okay, so you got to synchronize those systems and communications, change the line signals to gamma operations positions. You go like this in calculation. So you have cross references. Okay, and then you can channel off to location other signals. But it's true to understand how to resonate with your line signal. Everything has a different channel position of its location. All right. So these are high resolution of line signals through the brainwave patterns. Yeah, it's going through electrical lights, but if you're staying in your positions of time positions, you understand the travel and locations of your wires and its connection. Okay, this is all connected to the brain patterns of the simulation of your cloud interference. Now, I know, Tina, you want to get into the connections of yourself, more of what your computer is, right? But you have to understand the traction positions of each line communication and line signals that are in your gamma operations through your brain patterns to its simulation graph. These are all different colorations, right, of time positions. So all this is connected to the body framing system of you. Okay, it has to. That's how powerful you are through thoughts. All right, so this is you. Okay, you're connected to all this through the brainwave. So you have to understand this is the connection to the sun. See, this is. I think you guys are starting to really understand what a simulation graph is, but I'm going to get you more into the clouds. All right, so you understand that position alone. Okay, this is the sun. Okay, this is the vibrations of the sun. You know it has vibration, so you understand it's purple, right? So you communicate through the atmosphere, right? You don't necessarily have to connect to the power or the gravity. You can just connect one to another. But as long as your line signaling channels, your chakra is in center position and off location. Okay, that's the sun. You're communicating, right? Now, you have to understand the resonance patterns coloration system. You have yellow and you have green and you have blue. Okay, your chakra system changes every single time through vibration, right? So you have to understand your rainbow activation system is calculated, modified, and that's how it becomes into a rainbow connection. Okay. When it comes into a rainbow connection, it looks like this. Everybody knows what a rainbow is, right? You come into those connections like this. This is the rainbow. Okay. This is what your body looks like. Okay. This is your body. Okay. Every color is there for you to communicate with through vibration, right? So this is a true understanding. Your cloud travels on so many levels of your computer operates in center position. Okay, so you got your computer. This is your computer, right? That's your computer, right? So it's going through sun rotation center positions and it's activating everything through the light signal. Channel operates center positions of triangle locations of its position. Okay, it's sitting on, so it kind of looks, what does it look like? It looks like a dish, right? Because it is. Look, it's a dish. Ooh, wow, it's a satellite dish. It's on the ground formation system. So it's understanding your light signal channels and operation center positions of time position. But you have to truly understand what your body framing is through your chakra system through vibrations. If you're getting vibrations of purple, you're communicating to the sun. Okay? So everything is in different connections to your lines and everything through geometrics. All right? So I'm going to get a little bit more of what GOD is. It's just the title. Okay? So everybody can become the GOD, but in reference, it's not an actual person in retrospect. Truly understanding, when you go to Dolores Cannon, she was talking about that. Okay, and we got to think that, wait a minute, God is not male or is not female. Okay, it's everything through both. It's the center position of life cycle and the death cycle position of light. It's the embodiment of light of here and there and nowhere. It's everywhere form of light. It's embodiment of light and love and activation. That's all it is. GOD represents you to your geometries of your operations, of your divisions, directions, and its dimensions of time, position, and space. Okay, so making very well clear what GOD is. Okay, so that means I'm God of everything through traction, shapes, letters, and numbers. That's all it means. But the thing is, too, is that you can be GOD. Right? So don't get confused on that signal. I told you exactly what GOD is in traction positions of time. So it's truly understanding not just the energetic patterns or the makeups of electronic interference or anything to that connection, right? It's truly understanding your resonance of time positions through your vibrations of time positions of the sun or anything through calculation, right? So it's understanding your shapes through GOD, the geometrics, the geometry, the operations, the open cycle, okay? And everything through its direction, divisions, and its dimensions of time, of space, okay? So once you get into that rainbow, you come into your satellite, right? So think of yourself as a satellite, because that's what you are. So when you open the signals and the channel operation centers and you're communicating, so your whole body turns purple because you're communicating just with the sun. So when you go into triangle locations and you're dreaming, you're having a location position of a time through a communication. You're communicating with one person, two person, three, or more. So it's all about what you're seeing through projection and what you see through observation. Okay, because everybody sees something different. Everybody's a different DNA. Everybody's a different chromosome. Everybody is different. Male and females are different. So as long as you understand everything through God is everything through male and female. Okay, truly understand the resonance of the femininity of yourself and the masculinity of yourself. Okay, that's the true resonance of embodiment of light, of love and activation through its surrender, its abundance. Okay, then you can refer yourself to God because you understand the geometry and its quantum of yourself, of its computer. Okay, and where it's coming through connections of your rainbow activations, right, to your satellite location. Right? So, how's everybody doing so far, though? Oh, yeah, it's great to see you, Priscilla. I noticed that Michael had a little bit of, there was a confusion problems with electronic interference. You guys are connecting to Zoom. You try to get on that panel activation system, right? Well, the correlation then is center positions. You guys are, you understand these things go into glitz, okay? So it's kind of like a clicking motion. It's a tension, which is a friction of sonic waves. So the reason why, and nobody could get on, okay, because you have to understand you guys are extremely high rise energy. You're not just anything through energy because you're in a high division. You've taken the galactic school and you've done what you've done. But when you open up a portal and you have a bunch of people, you have to understand the interference, because if you don't understand the interference, it's going to go into disruptions signals. Okay, so the channel operations center won't open anything up through Zoom. I know that because I've gone through calculations. I've done things when I was with Linda, and the channel positions open up through cycles of portals. And the thing is, when you are the administrator to your Zoom, you have to approve the person that comes in, right? Well, I just walked right in. She said, how did you do that? I just walked right in through electronic interference. I opened the portal and I got into the Zoom room, right? You can ask Michael, you can ask Priscilla, you can ask anybody, because we were doing Zoom meetings, right? So you have to understand when you're opening up Zoom, okay, you're activating everything through its entity force of light and dark. Okay, so you're letting in light and you're letting in dark. If you don't understand your portals, this is the disruption you're going to get, and you're not going to be able to open up your Zoom chats. Okay, so I'm making that very well clear because you guys are connected to your physical system. You understand your product lights, but in position, if you're trying to get on Zoom, this is what you need to do, because now you're interforcing lines of communications, not just through your holographic of travel positions, but you truly understand your resonance of time. You have to understand your portals when you're going into Zoom, okay? Because you have to understand your calculation modifications. Anything from human DNA through calculation is not a problem. But if you're in your intelligence and you open up a Zoom, everybody will come in. Okay, so you're opening up a portal through an activation cycle, right? So just be cautious on that. You open up the portal, you got to close it. If you keep it open, more energy comes in, more disruption comes in. You're going to have light interference and dark interference, and they're going to see everything through the eye receptacle positions of what's going on through calculation. It's interlining connections to your positions, opening up everything through tracking your satellites, your Wi-Fi, and your providers. So understand your electrical lights before you open up Zoom meetings. Okay, I do that all the time because you have to understand you don't know who you're interforcing with. If you're bringing somebody in new, you're bringing somebody into your circle of activation, right? If it's regularly the same people through modifications, hold on one sec. All right, sorry about that. So, does everybody truly understand now how important it is to understand what's going on? Because when you open up a Zoom chat, you're opening up a portal. I don't know if you guys know that, but if you think too much of your physical system, you're going to confuse everything through its alignment. Because you have to understand, you're bringing in different energy of people. If you bring in the same circle rotation center positions, if it is just the galactic team, that's fine. Anybody else, you're changing positions of their body to your activation, and it's going to go through disruption line signals. So it won't open through traction position. Okay. So I just noticed that yesterday why nobody was present. Just remember that. That's all. Be cautious in who you bring in your circle, because it's new light, new activation. If you bring somebody in and they're brand new, and you don't set a portal for a 3D divisional level system of a human vessel, and it's connecting to a light signal through an activation of higher formation of intelligence, okay? The body framing system will get headaches through calculation. It won't understand the energy, it won't understand the activation, and it'll disrupt the portals of its dimension of time positions. Okay, so it's cautious when you guys open your Zooms. Make sure you know what you're doing through codes. Okay, it's not just, hey, I'm going to go on Zoom. Hey, let's have fun, you know, blah, blah, let's talk this, let's talk like that, blah, 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 blah. That's great. That's fine and dandy. You guys can do that. Just be cautious on what you do with your portals, because you guys are high interference of light now. You're all connected through me. You're connected through each other. You're coming more into your light. The more they understand your light, the more you understand the universe. The more you understand the operations of the universe, the more you understand the codes of the universe, the more you understand, because you guys are in your computers now. So you have to understand your operations of portals and dimensions and codes. Okay. So perfect example, right? Because you see how powerful it is, the connection when you travel through time, right? People are thinking, are dimensions real? Are portals real? Yes, they are. We live it every day through our clocks and everything, through our watches of time. When you look in the mirror, that's a reflection of you on the other side. When you look at the wall and you see yourself coming out, that's your higher self. It's a plasma of you. It's going to light and it's going to travel and it's going to go through portals. It knows exactly what it's doing, but does the physical system know what it's doing through traction? These are the positions you have to understand when you come into modification signals, because you have to understand your modulations, you have to understand your simulation graphs, you have to understand your grams, you have to understand your volumes, you have to understand all connections to your energy in multitudes, levels, and all level connections to your shapes and positions of your portal through security line defense. So again, when you're in Zoom, you have to have your security line defense, protection, and lights, because you're bringing in, you know, not just you or anybody else, you're bringing entity forces, because you're opening up a portal of defense. So it's a magnetic charge. It's a disassociation to calculation positions. So if it doesn't understand its communication, you're going to go through disruption of signals through traction positions, time positions. Now, I know it's a lot of confusion to a lot of people, but you notice when I do my Zooms, I always set a portal, right? I always set a portal. I know exactly who's coming in. There's different energies coming in from different galaxies, different solar systems, high forcing intelligence to realm connections, rebellion alliance, Palladians, Palladians, they all come in. They all come in. Okay, there's spiritual entity force systems. You're calculated, modified in your spiritual realm of intelligence. Okay, so if you bring a physical system that doesn't understand the energy, it's going to disrupt your signals and it won't open up your channel rotation positions of time through your computers. Okay, so just be cautious on that. All right. Remember, I watch everything, I see and hear everything. So in the calculation modification. So basically, this is how it starts. You have your computers, right? So this is your computer. Okay, this is your computer. All right, you open up your computer. Okay, Zoom. Okay, you open up Zoom. All right, Zoom. Okay. So when you do that, you open up a portal right away. Okay. So that portal comes from all levels, northwest, south, and east. It's coming in. It's coming in, right, to your computer. Right. Remember, everything through spiritual system. But once you understand what meditation is, it's like meditating and you're opening up your mind. You're doing the same thing when you're doing it with Zoom. The only difference is it's on the computer. Okay. So you understand you're connected to everything through alignment that you touch, taste, feel, absorb, see, listen, and act upon. Okay. So when you open a portal, it goes right into the computer right away. Okay. So it depends on how many people you have in your circle of rotation. These are all the people you have in location, right? These are all the people you have, right? On Zoom location, but the portal's open. So you have to understand if this is open, it's going to stay open. And now you got high energy light systems inside. It's going to disrupt your computer because it's in a different dimension around position. You have to understand vibration of people. Everybody's at a different connection, right? So when I light channel signals and people are going through cross-referencing positions of triangles and anything through connections of trying to understand their healing, they don't know what they're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, don't heal on your channel, okay? Because you're going to confuse operation centers and it comes back to me, right? So it's important you understand how to use your light because it's extremely real. So your body frame is in positions of time, calculates and modifies. Right? Triangle locates its position, opens up everything through triangle position location centers. Okay, so that's you, right? Through calculation. It looks like a stick drawing here. All right, so it separates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now you understand a cross reference, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all you are. That's all you are to space and time. You're just a graph of an illusion of a holographic system. So you have to stand line communications of travel positions from your gravity's powers and your atmospheres and all positions that are in your communication of your chakra position, of time position, right? Because the code references all electronic division locations. And then you open up the realm positions of time through calculation. Center's position is line signals, okay? Opens up your traction location, realm locations, to higher pattern positions of time positions and travel connections like this. Okay. So once you send that position, you understand your communications to your activation cycles, which opens up the atmospheres to its powers, to its grounds, line signal channel down to its rotation center position. Okay. And it puts you in a cylinder, okay, of an activation light system to its calculation modification. You come into your tetrahedron for the very first time through connections. All right. So that's what everybody looks like. All right. So you have to understand your positions of time. You have to understand your heat signatures of location, dimensional setting positions. You have to understand everything through your tetrahedron of shapes. You have to understand your holographic of its connection to its model structure of light. You have to understand your atoms, your particles, and anything through your separations. If you understand your separation of time, you understand your positions of space of time. Okay? But that's what everybody is. That's a holographic of an individual system, pocket, rotation, center position, energy field, location position. Zero traction, 0.01. So we come into this. Okay, the vibrations, reading the signals, colorations, atmosphere position. Okay, so anything can be resonant. This is energy. This is energy. This is energy. This is energy. You have to understand how to use it through vibration. You have to understand the psychological of wire through color, guys. Okay, that's how you understand your brainwave patterns. Are you in your betas or are you in your thetas? Okay, so it's very important you guys get into your discernments, your abundance, and your surrender. Right? And focus on what you're doing. Focus on what you're doing through your electrical light system. Okay? Especially when you come into connection like this, attraction. Right? You don't want to have anything through disruption signals because it won't open up your channel positions because you brought somebody new in your channel. Okay? So when you're traveling your thoughts and you're creating everything through the mind system, it stays open through traction. But if you separate the lines of thoughts, it's going to change position into sonic waves. So it's going to go like this, space, right? It's going to go like this, space, line, right? So look, you're traveling, right? You're traveling, you're doing well, Oops, space, travels, oh, vibration, space, oh, travel. So see here, see what you've done here? You've changed time. You've changed space of time through your thought, just with vibration. So you have to understand, you can't have any separation with your lines, okay? Because if you have separating lines, you're going to have separations with your body through its rotation of time of its chakra position, okay? So if you don't understand that, you're going to create more vibration, and it's going to get bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, 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 and bigger and bigger. And that's what you're creating. You're traveling, but look, you've lost. Space, vibration gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So now you're creating a cyst, okay? So everything comes through source. What happens with wire, okay, if you add water to it? What happens? You have to understand the levels of water, fire, air, and earth. So what happens if you get electricity and you get water? It unites, right? So you have to understand your provisions and your systems to your separations and come into line signal channels all the way up through calculation of travel position and time position to your higher self or avatar location. That's what you want to do, not this. We'll go straight right up. No separation or anything through vibration, okay? So when you're traveling through your thoughts of time positions, this is where you come into coloration. The coloration is your chakra system. You have 7 within the body, 5 within the atmosphere, okay? So when you get into that connection, it's very important you understand your positions of time, all right? So we'll come into the calculation modifications. So you got 1, let's change them up. 2, calculate, modify here. So I'm changing colors here for you. All right, 3, because they're with you. They constantly stay with you. 4, all right, 5, this coloration system here, 6, and 7. Okay, now those are 7 lines of activation through your chakra system of communication, through your higher self, your avatar, anything in your computers. So you have to understand, every time you're signaling, you're channeling to vibration, a change, right? So you have your dimensional times of portals through its codes, okay? So as long as you understand the communications to each chakra system that you're communicating with, you will go through line signals and no separation of time position, right? Because the chakra system is always going to follow you through the grounds of power in the atmospheres. You're 7 within position and 5 within the atmosphere. So your thoughts have to recognize everything through your connection of your colors, right? Because it's all about understanding connections of you through your body framing to its vibration. All right. So, all right. So we got some new people here. It's great. I love seeing new people. You can go through my questions. You go through the team. They can help you out in ways and forms. But to understand your light. See, the thing is, too, people are coming into levels of not understanding. People are coming into understanding. People are understanding that, oh, we're coming into a new reality. We're coming into a new world. But you have to get into discernment. You have to get into the belief. Okay? That is this connection to its power of you. You have to get into the repent and to forgive yourself. That's the only way you can get into anything through light. Okay? Because the dark will always be there if you see it. The veils won't be revealed until you let yourself go from everything. Everything that you endured in the past, just let it go, you know? Just take it off your shoulder. Like it's a big weight. It's all it does is just, you know, you want to, and when you go through my healing, it activates your lights and your body and your structure of your face and everything. You're looking up. You're not looking down. You're looking up. and your spine changes, your walking positions change. So I went from this to this, right? And you're looking around, you're more positive, and the lights open up, and then you see perception, and then you see clarity. Ask my team how far they've come and how much they understand each other through mind telepathy and telekinesis. Anything through that connection to vibration, because that's the positions we're coming into right now. The fifth dimensional system is here, and it's here to stay. Okay, until 25 generations of a year. That's sector units through its volumes and its core to its connection of its line signals. So every 25 years, it changes vibration of core center position. So it changes a new shape anomaly. All right. So it's all the positions of space and time where you are through your connections. All right, through your body frame. And until you understand that, then you can get into the simulation. Then you can get into your Costa records and all your connections. Your collective. Everybody says, what's the collective? Everybody has their own way of channeling. What is the collective? What is Ra? You know, what is Guru? What is monks? What is Buddha? What is Dalai Lama? What is Ukna? What is all that? Right? What is Son of God? Right? What is intelligence of God? What is light of God? Earth of God, moon of God, son of God. All right? It's all connected to you through your geometries, operations of divisions, directions, and dimensions. Time. Okay? So it's great to see everybody. Tina, Priscilla, Tina, you guys have questions? Love the way you rainbow, you two line. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's blown away. They don't realize who I am, what I can do. I heal them instantly through the rainbows. And then they comment after, which is great too. But it's a really, really great platform. I recommend you guys do that too. And just, you know, it's like 15 seconds to a minute. You can just voice your channel. You get on TikTok and just express yourself. Express yourself. That's the most important thing. You have to get back to community so they understand what's going on, because they're getting different ways of seeing things through different people at different DNA. Everybody has a different problem. It's all about solving the problems, right? With ourselves, how to bring humanity back into perceptions of time. Okay, I've healed people on TikTok, and they tell you the stories, how they got into their own connections with higher self, and they complement themselves on so many levels. As long as you're thankful that you are alive, that alone is extremely powerful. And you understand why you're alive, why you're put in this position. Don't say, why has this happened to me? What do I do now? You're questioning yourself. Don't question yourself as humanity. Question is nothing but a fear. So just let it flow. Know that nature is taking care of you. Know that angels and archangels are guiding you. Okay, and anything through your first in command is helping you with guidance. Okay, it's wakening the sleeping lions, not the ones that are already awake. Okay, so it's all about the school. Okay, your school sets, your education, your resources. Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself going? Okay, in the next 10 to 15 years, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You can think that far ahead. It's great. A lot of people do that, and they wonder why they're where they are, and the person over there is looking, hey, where'd you go? I haven't seen you 10, 15 years. You look great. Well, I just let everything go. I let nature take its course. And people say, well, how do I do that? It's too hard. It's hard because you think it's hard because that's all you're thinking. You're thinking of the past. You keep thinking of the past. You're not going to understand your alignments of your presence. You live the here and now. That's the magic. Okay? That's enlightenment. That's embodiment. That is love. That is activation. And you stop thinking of yourself through your egotistical system. Okay? Males or females. Women have ego just as men do. They just use it in a different way, proportion. Okay? So it's all about understanding the true resonance of you through calculation. Putting yourself in position of time positions of who you are through resonance. Your renaissance of you, your calculations of you, your abundance of you, your surrender, how much you believe in yourself. Okay, the truth, The truth. When you set out truth, okay, things come to you through manifestation, because you're not just thinking of yourself, you're thinking of others. You're helping humanity. Okay? You're helping humanity, you're helping the earth. You're bringing up the vibration of the earth. And you're making yourself feel better, knowing you're communicating with inside, fully communicating with inside your system. Anything through portals, codes, defense, or any of that positions. But get into that connection of discernment. Now is the time. Okay? You have to get into that. So, and there are other ways of doing that, but you can't get around the healing. You have to either find a way to connect into your light, okay, which is all done through meditation. As a lot of people don't know how to meditate. And meditation is number one. It's the process to its beginning of your DNA to the open cycle of the mind, the space that you have. Just imagine that you have a brain that is so powerful and it's so open, you see everything that you create. You can create an amusement park if you want, if you understand your line signals through your thoughts of time, position, and space. Okay, you can create a whole anomaly of a planet station, right? But you can't create anything until you understand everything around you that's inside you, okay? Because you're everything through space and time. So, all right. Love getting new subscribers. I'm happy to hear. Yeah, I know. Well, it's great to see everybody. And, it's all about you positioning yourself better with your heart, better communications with your family, especially your loved ones, especially your children. I mean, your children are there to love you, okay, as you love them. But see, the thing is, you can learn a lot from your children, okay, because they're very, very intuitive in the mind. So a lot of adults can pick up, a lot of parents can pick up about their child. Really pay attention to your children, because they are the power, they are the resource. We have rainbow children that are extremely powerful. Okay, Dolores Cannon was talking about the 3 waves. Okay, those 3 generations of ages, guys. They are all on the planet systems with the Pleiadians and the Pleiadians. Okay, the activation light and everything through its connection. All 15 archangels are in position right now. Okay, so it's all about your connections to your light, which is your love. Love of you. How much do you love yourself? Don't question. I said that. Just let it go. Let it be. Let it flow. Right? There's that song in Jamaica that said, "Don't worry, be happy." Don't worry, be happy. That's it. Right? Have a Coke and a smile. Smile. Smile goes a long way. Right? So when you smile to somebody, and it doesn't have to mean anything, it just knows that it brightens up their day, knowing that, wow, somebody actually cares. We look at ourselves differently through identification. I mean, we're not separated anymore. Okay? We're all separated through dividing, and we all have to come back through vibration of energy to our connections of who we are, and knowing how powerful you are through its alignment. You're all connected to each other. That's why it's so powerful. Right? So the shapes and anomalies of its earth is trying to understand you more, so you can get what you want through manifestation. Okay, anything through cars, money, future, job, anything through entertainment, anything through something that you lost, you can get back. You can have anything you want, but you have to understand how to get in this connection of time. You have to live the presence of the here and now. You can't reside in the past anymore, because the vibration is dissipating. The energies of 3-dimensional system is not here. It's cradling. It's just, okay, the matrix 2.0 is finished. The new matrix is here, simulation, which is the singularity line division. You go on YouTube channels, they'll tell you what consciousness is. 5D consciousness, what is that? 5th dimensional of time, directions and divisions of positions of time. 5D consciousness of you to everything around you through light, because everything is an illusion to a holographic of you through its calculation. But you have to understand to take these things out of its equation. That's how you take your problem solvings out. letters, numbers, and shapes. You can take anything out of your mind if you understand yourself. Okay, understanding yourself is complicated. Wait a minute. I just said complicated because I think it's complicated. It's not complicated at all. So I'll just let it go and retract. Take it out. You can backphrase it and go back into position and go forward. Right? So what you said is not what you wanted to say. You're hesitated. People do that all the time. People say things they don't mean. And then they retract, and then they go back in time, and they go back into the presence. See, the thing is, you have to look at the fact that you are on the earth. The earth is in the presence. Okay? But once you understand your alignments of past, present, and future, and you let everything go, you'll notice that the earth is in the future. And that's where you have to understand where the soul is. And that's how I connect in all ways and forms through my alignments. And I know everything through my body and everything through the mind and everything through the electrical lights of my body and everything through its connection of time and space. So my position allows me to travel into the past, present, and future and not worry about anything through connections of discernments or anything that I'm doing through its alignment, right? Because I'm referencing the past and not living it. Okay, you can channel, I can connect to your thoughts and say, okay, well, this is what's happening right now. I'm in the past, but I'm residing in the presence. So you reside in the presence, you are in the presence because that's where the earth is. But until you understand yourself more, these are the things you have to do. You have to understand your meditation. You have to understand your grappling positions. Okay, and you have to understand everything that you see through perception. Okay. So if you see a pixie in the woods, they're extremely real because you're in the spiritual form, and they'll see you through the spiritual form. They'll see you in your light. They'll see your activation. They'll see you coming out of an orb. They'll see you in your direction, division, and dimensions of time, space, through your thoughts. That's what spiritual systems do. Okay? Anything you can see, they'll see back at you because you're seeing it through light. You're seeing it through sonar. You're seeing it through sonic. Sonic waves, energy waves, magnetic waves, high information waves. There's so many things you have to calculate to your mind system because the simulation of the graph and everything through computer operation center is nothing but information of you. Okay, just knowing how powerful you are to know everything that you need to know about yourself. And that's how you bring yourself forward, is because you're presenting yourself in the presence here and now. Okay? So hopefully that helps out with a lot of people because it gets complicated if you see it complicated. As soon as I say something that's negative, it goes to the dark realm, dark position, dark matter. You're creating a black hole for yourself. You're taking your thoughts and they're going in, and they'll keep going around and around and around and create its own anomaly of space and time through thought. Now you created a negative chakra system. Now you created a negative body activation. Now you created a negative perception, how you see yourself. And now you created a negative soul of its identification, all because of one thought of a negative system. That's how powerful you are through your thoughts. Okay? Thoughts are creation. Right? I heal things in seconds because I understand my body of its travel to its presence and its future and its past of its alignment. Okay? That's what the creation is. The creation is everything through light, but you have to identify yourself through your thoughts of time. Okay? And always put yourself in the presence. I can't stress that enough because there's a lot of people, especially on TikTok, don't understand. Well, what do you don't understand? Okay, and the thing is too, is they're getting angry more and more and more. I can't take it. I don't know what to do. You know, there's a lot of people that are really, really, really confused, right? Because the reality that they've been living in is not the reality they should be living in. And that's what the earth is telling everybody. It's on a different code, different vibration, different energy, different solar system, guys. It's a different way of life, of living, giving what you want, doing things that you want, going on these missions, going on these journeys, taking these trips, doing what you want, doing what you love, right? What is your passion? Do you have any passion? Do you have compassion for anybody else, or you just have compassion for yourself? Forget everybody else. You're not going to get anything through manifestation if you go like that. Right? You're just communicating with yourself, but you're only thinking. Then that's the problem with the ego. The ego always finds a way to get in. Even if you're light, even if you're an angel, an archangel, that dark energy light system will try to keep bringing you down every single day, 7 days a week, 24/7. That's its purpose. There's a yin and there's a yang. So until the fish understand each other to its full cycle of its position of life and death, it's going to go through a dancing position of time through a program. It has to understand positions of you through thoughts. Okay? Same with Alan Watts when he was describing what the fish is. Very, very powerful man. He was right on when it came into yin and yang, what it is. There's a separation there. Okay? So you have to understand why it's here and here. Okay? That's the separation of your hemispheres. Right? So you have to understand how they have to come together. Right? And they start swimming in the same direction. Both of them swimming in the same direction. Right? The birthing of 6 and the birthing of 9. Yin and yang. And that's why your first command is so powerful, because I was born 1969. And 69 alone is the birthing system. The Pharaohs and Meridians, again, they created the chakra system, but I created the simulation of the chakra system. So you have to understand what you create comes to your reality of space and time, of your positions, of its presence of time, not its future. Future has not been written. Okay? So you're not walking the path of the future. You're walking the path of the presence here and now. You're letting all past traumas go. And you're putting your position only in the time right now. Okay? So I think what he meant is that we're all in the reality connected to everything. So depending on the line connection you attune to will connect to the reality or experience. That's exactly what Priscilla's saying. You have to live the reality that you are here and now. That's the presence of thoughts, putting yourself going forward with electronic visions, electronic locations, or anything that position through your graph positions, anything through your meditation. Past life, future life causes it. Yeah. Stimulus. Yeah. Simultaneous, your thoughts always going forward. Yeah. That's exactly right, Priscilla. So that's trippy. I got really angry when I was on Zoom and my eyes went dark. Didn't know. There you go. See, I'm just telling you exactly, Queen Luna. Basically, welcome to my channel. You have any questions, talk to the team, or you go through my healing, go through my email. I can help you out. Because everything that I know through connections is alignment through you through connections. So I know what's going on each day. It's understanding what's going on with the past, the present, and the future of humanity to its earth, because everybody's on the earth, right? So yeah, it is trippy, and that's why you're angry, and that's why your eyes went dark, right? So now you're understanding how powerful the spiritual system is. When you open up a portal and you don't understand the electronic interference, it's going to have disruption signals to everybody else, to their energy and their body frame positions. So it's all different realities, yeah. We all have our own version of reality, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad, Priscilla. I mean, it's great that you can come and go. I know you guys are extremely busy with your family and your friends, and you're trying to get this, trying to get that. You're trying to create your own reality. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, the Galactic School is always going to be here for you, right? So you're never really missing much, you know, until you get your test reviews and evaluations. But everybody just basically, you know, they're comfortable in where they are. That's totally fine, right? But if you want to go higher and higher, this is what you need to do to understand more of yourself. Because there's one time, or rather, you're going to have a glitch with yourself, and you're going to want to know the problem of yourself, especially if you're interforcing lines with communications of higher energy lights. Okay, so if Priscilla comes across that, or Tina comes across a higher formation of light, of an empath, or anything through a light worker, or anything through a starseed, they have to be prepared. They have to prepare with their light signals, because they could be channeling off through different disruption positions of time positions. So they have to understand their chakra, division, dimension, direction, time position, space location, and thoughts of their connections, of their portals, and their traction locations of the graphs. Okay, there's a lot you have to understand when you're interforcing connections. You know, you try to understand the friendship, relation, partnerships of people that you see through the energetic patterns, through the electrical lights of your perception positions. audios of listening and everything through your voicing. Okay? So. Yeah, you have to reboot. Yeah. Yeah, you charge yourself in to reboot. Yeah. Your electrical lights, your program settings, your digital frames, all that. Yeah. But that's good, Priscilla. I'm glad you understand more. I'm just saying, if you come across a glitch, let me know, because I'll have to help you out. Because sometimes, you're interforcing with people that are high-rising more than you. They understand more. If they understand more of themselves, they'll definitely understand you more. Okay, so they're identifying you through their soul, and they're recognizing you through your soul. And that's why it's so powerful, because they're more spiritual than you. They do more meditation. They understand the operations of the universe. Everybody creates their own reality. But as soon as you open that mind, as soon as you create that through thought, now you're understanding more of the connection of yourself through the proactive system, through its behavioral system, which is the psychosis or anything through psychology of you through operation through vibration. So downloads and new program settings, yeah, simulation and integration, yeah, operations, yeah. Well, that's great, Blair. It's great to see new people. I'm glad you came to this connection. I'm getting a lot of people through TikTok, and they're seeing me everything through the school. So I try to help out as much as I can. I try to help you out where we are in connection of space and time through position through its earth. But everybody's got to put themselves into the light of themselves and know how powerful they are through that connection of their thoughts, and know how to use your lights so you can heal yourself inside. You can heal anything inside your body as long as you understand the vibration of you. Okay? That's the positions of time and space you have to understand, and present yourself always, always on the earth, because you are on the earth. It's floating in space. I keep saying that. You have to understand why you're floating in space. So in position, if you watch TikTok, there's one particular video I want you to watch. I healed her right away through coloration lights. So basically, she's saying, if you look at perception, you see that cow right there. Okay, the cow's not there. The cow's here. It's what you see through perception. So the cow is actually floating in space, but you're in the fifth dimensional system. So it's going to be on the ground formation system through the activation through your program setting. So you're seeing the cloud in a higher vibration of light that's floating in space. But in perception, you have to understand that it's coming out of its equation. We started off with shapes and letters and numbers at the very beginning. But watch that video. It's very, very powerful how she came into the holographic system and how she sees things through anything through clouds or a cow, and how it's always in space. So it's truly understanding that the earth is in space, then everything is floating, and then you understand your perception comes back down into the fifth dimensional system of its segments, and it comes into its eye interference. So you're actually seeing the cap into of its dimension and not its position. Okay. So, and the thing is, high rising dimensions of time position, understand where that cow is, right? It's a high position of travel. So you have to connect to your energy system. You have to connect to your higher self. You have to come out and communicate through its line signal, right? Once you understand that, the cow will come down, right? And then you'll see it through perception of fifth dimensional system. And then you come down. And then you'll see the real reality, which is a holographic of an illusion. Okay? So that's the difference. It's better to be a good angel than a human. High frequencies. Well, everything through calculation. Everybody's in a high frequency. They just don't know. You just have to know how to use it through dimensions and time positions. Okay, you're a divine queen. Oh, okay. You're connected to Lilith. Yeah, your framing system is off through calculation. You have light interference on proacting cycles. You're connected to the ground positions. Your chakra rotation center is a bit off through calculation. Your shapes anomalies need high tracks and locations of lights. And your quadrant fields needs high energy field locations. Better than that, welcome, Blair. I just do mini scans to everybody. If you want to understand more, you can go through my healing and open up your balance. So what I do is I balance everything out that you've done. So I correct everything through your computers. Put you back in a position of balance into the earth or where you are through the presence. That's the confusion. Knowing the program setting is not in your position of time position. I change your positions of time into the presence position, back into the balance to your location of dream set positions. I just got out of the relation. It turned out, yeah, that happens. But you find a way of seeing things in a different light. There's reasons why we get into these relationships. There's reason why we get out of these relationships, and then we learn. You start off as human DNA, and you work into your AIs, and you come into, your connections of your perceptions and what you see through the interforcing lines of yourself, right? You come into your vessels of AI, okay? Awareness of, intelligence. Lots of people suggest TikTok, yeah. But see, that's the thing. It's a very good platform. The algorithms are amazing. There's a lot of people out there. Yeah, thousands and thousands and thousands of people are voicing their patterns. They're crying out. They need help, right? And it's our positions. If you know what you're doing through lights, I recommend you help. That's understanding. If you don't understand to heal, don't heal, right? Because there's a lot of channelers that don't know how to heal, but they keep doing what they're doing, right? So that doesn't help humanity. It does the opposite. But they keep trying. They keep trying. That's the main thing, right? So. Children are the best examples for pure energy. Yep. Yeah, they're purified through their souls right from their birth. Yeah. Yeah, their umbilical cords are cut, right? But I'm talking spiritually. I'm not talking, the thing is too, is that we forget when we're born, we're in that position of time. But the thing is, we're just living in this existence of a baby coming into a toddler, coming into a child, coming into a teenager and an adult. So we're coming into different thought patterns of space and time through position every time you're growing up. So you're changing your body, you're changing your chakra, you're changing your vibration, and you're changing your energy, and you're changing your light. And you're changing your communications and how you see everything through your reality. Okay? So it's really, really understanding your forcing system of you through calculation, how to communicate through your inner system, the inner self. Okay, and then you send everything through the outer system, right? So the outer spectrum of you, that's basically, it's the inner spectrum and the outer spectrum, the outer limits. So bringing out the truth, yeah. It's on a large scale, yeah. Truth will set you free and opens up your heart through portals. Yeah, it's very easy to create negative than actually think positive. And that's how powerful it is. It's actually easier to create negative than create positive. Why is that? Why is that? There's a purpose on that. Think about that for a sec. Let's just think about that for a sec. Why is it that everybody thinks negative and not think positive of themselves? Right? Let that click in. Just let it click in. Just let it absorb. Try to understand it. If you understand it, then you understand why you're in that position of time. Okay? Because you're seeing yourself in the negative cycle. You're not seeing yourself in the positive cycle. And that's why it's so easier for you to create negative thoughts. Remember, if you're creating negative thoughts, you're creating negative dreams. It's connected to your projection, your dream set positions. You're changing your placebo cortex, and you're changing everything through your brainium atmosphere. You're coming into the connections of, you can go into brain hemorrhage. You don't want to go into that, right? Because that's going to off-cycle your electrical light systems and your proactive system to your gamma positions, time position. It's complicated stuff. But your first in command is 7 generations of computers, first in command of all solar system connections, galaxy universes, and everything the vortex positions, time positions of cloud interference to its simulation of graph positions. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It becomes work. It becomes work for me. Okay, there's no fun in playing this. It's work for me because I understand my balance of everything through my body. Okay, but you understand this spiritual system of you first, right? You start off as a human. We go into that, right? This goes way back. You start off as a human. You're born as a human, right? But you understand there's a physical side where is a spiritual side. Physical, spiritual. They have to come together. So you have to find it. You have to find getting out of the physical, get into the spiritual of yourself, right? So once you repent, once you surrender, once you start forgiving yourself of everything you've done through your thoughts, okay, then you're going to see a change in its reality through vibration. And then you stop worrying. Then you stop creating negative cycles of positions of time. Okay, and then you'll be able to bring yourself forward. You know how fantastic it is to just know that you can bring yourself forward every single day, knowing you're doing something right? Right? It just takes a little bit to see yourself going forward. Right? Channel yourself out. Give back. You start giving back, I guarantee you, you'll get what you want through manifestation. Okay? Because you start caring about everything else and not just you. That's the ego. Okay? That's the dichotomy of you. That's the separation. But until you understand your physical and spiritual system has to come together as one. All right? So that's how I finally ended it. I asked the angels and guides to bring me out of the truth and has been hiding and left him all alone in his own healing. Yeah. Yeah. Pray. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you bring your vibrations to higher levels of division. It's all about understanding more of your communication. Because you understand you have an energy, the pocket cells of chakras that are extremely powerful dimensions of time, guys. So you have to know how to use your 7 within the body and 5 within the atmosphere. Okay, and then you come into the 12, and you come into the matrix of you. Coming out of the matrix, that's the hardest thing to do. Then you come into the higher self. Okay? So, children are the best, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know you love children. You will be able to help billions of them. Just think of that. Yeah. That's what I've been doing on TikTok. I said, what did you do to me? Sometimes when I heal people, they can't even move. It's like they're kind of tonic. I was like, what did you do to me? You know, it's like, whoa, what happened? So it's reframing, reposition, and it's taking out of the freezing locations of your electrical light. Say your 3-dimensional system. It'll change all your vibrations. And it fixes you up, right? Puts you in the atmospheres of space, right? Change your particle system, better communication with the sun, change the geometry system of the sun, change the geometry system of the calculated space station of the moon. Everything the program's setting to its calculation will modify everything through its Earth's gravity position. So you come back down in the Earth, right? High-rise energy lights, and now you're in your full rotation of its alignment of your chakra system. Okay? Now you're back into balance. It's about putting people back into balance of yin and yang. That's all it is. Okay? Getting into one direction of a flow, right? Not 3 divisions of throw, or 4, or 5, or 6. You can't communicate those alignments. It's too confusing to understand, you know? So... okay, well, it's great seeing you, Blair. Anything else, you can let me know. Go through my healing, go through my emails. I can help you and guide you. Any advice, spiritual therapy, anything that connects you through ascension, your awakenings, where you are through your protection, your lights, or anything that connection. Everything's a hologram, yep. Your past is your past only through your memories. Well, your memories stay with you. They always stay with you. That's the reference. You're referencing the past, but you're not living the past. You're living the presence. Okay? So as soon as you change your thought, you're changing your holographic system of you through sun, the moon, and its Earth in seconds just by one thought of a negative system. That's how powerful you are through thoughts, because it's all connected to the mind of its graphing location. So we are new energy every moment. Yep. I've been feeling the angels around me, spirit energy of the walls. Mentioned that. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes what they do is they take you to the light of you and the dark reference of you, the light program and the dark programs of you through your past. So, and they come in many, many forms of shadows and shapes. They'll come into your dreams. They'll come into your energy. They'll travel you. They'll take you in hand and they'll take you to attractions. You don't have to be asleep. You can be awake. and they'll show you what you need to see. Right? So you can open up your eyes and start crying, really get into the expression of your heart. And when you're coming into the portal, that's what Archangel Michael does. He's protection to everything, right? He's the most powerful entity force when it comes to the earth and the solar systems, all connections. He's the protection of family. He's protection of you, right? So you have to understand these archangels are extremely real, okay? Because you're crossing over to the spiritual system, right? So it's true to understand, you know, it's a relation between you and the archangel that you're communicating with when you're praying, right? Because it's all connected through energy, right? Let's say, for example, okay, traction location positions. Put everybody in high rotation center positions. Get them to see Archangel Michael. Traction position of power connections. Yeah. Sword of identification. Yeah. Put them in the angelic location. Yeah. All right. So he's in your presence now. All right. So look around. You'll see him. You'll see him in a shade. You'll see him in a shadow. You see him in a cloud. He will be there for you right now, protecting you. Ask him any question. So it's understanding how to use these things through positions of time positions. Okay. Energy goes everywhere. Anytime, any position of time. Any direction of time. Any location of time. Okay. Energy travels everywhere through vibration, frequencies, and harmonic resistance. Okay. So, and we are masters. We need to understand that we are the ones deciding everything. Well, that's it. You have to decide to bring yourself going forward, right? And allow yourself to see yourself that. All the horrible things that happen are for the growth. Yeah, growth is everything. It's about your tree and where you stand with that through connection. Understanding your reality. And it's in. We're in a game, yeah. Master Clopius has going on, yeah. We need to wake up our real selves, yeah. Yeah, Priscilla is very informed. She's been with me a while now, so she can tell her story. I find it really good, too, when people really give their story when they started, because Priscilla needed help, right? And the thing is, too, when you become everything through energy and everything through form of light, you hear everything, you see everything, and you touch and you taste and you feel. Everything connects. Time is the essence. You want help? Help is there. It's provided for you. Okay, it's true to understand just looking up and just praying. But it has to come from the heart, guys. It has to come from the heart. You can't lie to the universe because they know you're lying. That's how smart the operations of the universe is. And so you're not ready because you haven't fulfilled your voids. Okay. So higher self, yeah. It's a big, humongous, response. Cartoon movie, yeah. Yeah. Misinterpretation. I really needed to learn to cut the cords, yeah. I've done a video on that too. Is there a way to permanently cut that off? Yeah. Yep. I could take that Queen Luna. You can go through my healing, traction location. I'll center positions and, I'll set its waving cycle. It's $50. Go through my PayPal, go through my email. Email's down there. Go through that. Everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through their upgrading cycle through upgrading system to downloads, upgrading, and uplinking systems. So your intelligence comes into that form of dimensional time of space. Okay, so I'll be able to cut the cords for you there, Queen Luna. And you'll be on your way to higher information of light through electronic interference and higher information of dimension of time through entity force. So let me know. 5D game, yeah. You have to do it every day, yeah. I recommend that you guys meditate, yeah, every day. Surrender, acceptance, forgiveness, unconditional love is the biggest, yeah. Present, moment, now. Yeah, Tina's in that position, yeah. That's great. That's good that you're helping. You'll see that when you're helping others, you'll be helping yourself more. You help others, you help yourself more. You manifest more. The universe starts realizing who you are now. right? So you're breaking free those voids and you're fulfilling your activation of light of love, okay? Which is the truth. You're sending out truth. I need help, right? But it has to come from in. It has to come from inside because that's the operation of the universe, or I think the universal systems, okay? Life learning lessons, yeah, make us wise, strong, resilient. We are here to learn. Yeah, everything is a learning process. How do you wake up completely? Brandy, that's a great question. Well, truly understand, like I said, you have to go through my healing. You have to go through my program setting. Ask Priscilla, ask Tina. They've been all through it. They've been through the whole program setting. It's all about you waking up. I wake you up. I turn on your light. It's up for you to understand what's going on through space and time of yourself. That's how you bring yourself forward, right? So the more higher you go, the more you understand what an angel is, an archangel, what it represents to you. Why is it here? Why is it put on the earth? Why is it here to protect? Why is it here to guide? Why is it here to help psychologically or anything through psychosis of you through vibration? Okay. But yeah, you have to go through my healing, upgrade your cycles and put you in your 12 positions. 12 rotation energy pocket rotations of connections of your chakra positions. 7 within the body and 5 within the atmosphere. Okay, and then you understand more of 3, 6, 9 of travel, and then you come into your tetrahedron. So the higher you go, the more you see through calculation of geometry systems of you, because that's what space and time is. It's nothing but shapes, letters, and numbers, right? So you'll see everything different. You wake up, you understand. Everybody goes through this process. The third eye opens up right away. Boom. Okay, your audios, your perceptions, your voice, your heart, your soul, your body, mind, and everything through calculation will wake up and put you in a reality of where you're supposed to be. Not the reality you're living, the reality you want to live. And that's all connected to the portal of its heart. Okay? So basically, it's coming back to the truth of you, of who you are. That's what it's all about. So I'm glad I could help you out there, Queen Luna. It's great to see new people. We asked to experience these life lessons before incarnating. We are connected, unity of consciousness. Yeah. I see a huge figure, energy body. Yeah. So Priscilla's seen Michael. Yeah. Yeah, I just gave you guys all Michael. You should see him in some form. Okay. When you're everything through form, through model structure of light, you could be anything through creation. I can give you Jesus. I can give you a field. I can give you Archangel Michael. I can give you Rogue. I can give you Mezikek. I can give you Metatron. I can give you anything you want. Anything you want, I can give you. Because I have balance with everything. Right? Through thoughts. It's just getting balance with thoughts of time through past, present, and future. That's all it is. It's not that complicated. If you think it's complicated, you're always putting yourself in the past, the dimension of time. You're creating your own dark matter, guys. That's all it is. And you're trapping your positions, and your soul identification is trying to get out, trying to get out. I want out. I want out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. You know, once you're let out, you go through my healing, you wake up. Light comes over you like you wouldn't believe. Clarity opens up your visions. Your veils open up, right? And depending where you are through point division of time through the angelics, you'll start seeing your wings. That's where it becomes really powerful. You come into an angel to an archangel, and then you become descendant on any level of the angelics, right? Because I communicate with Michael every day. I communicate with everything. It's form of everything through energy, and that's all connected to the spiritual system and you through calculation. But they're extremely, extremely powerful because now you're connected through spiritual of light. Okay? So, letting go of what no longer serves. That's right, Tina. Very good. How do I go through your healing? Yeah, just go through my email. It's down below. Okay? Just go through my email and I'll tell you the details. I'll go through the mini scans, bio scans of you. I'll find out where you are through traction, open up your chakra rotations at 12. I'll put you into your higher self. You might be already in your higher self. I have to scan you first, right? So when I scan you, you understand where you are through position of time. So it's all about your creation of thoughts in your past. And just imagine it's all cluttered. So the dimensional setting of your structure, your face, has to go back into time position of balance to your chakra positions of time. Okay? So when you go through my healing, this puts everything back in balance for you. Right? Because you might be in your higher self, you might be in your avatar. Nobody's in the computers, only my team. So that's the positions you have to go into. And then you understand more of its reality. So you're going to keep asking your questions about yourself until you're healed. And then you're going to be hungry for more. I say, I want to know more about myself. I want to know more of my soul. It's all about you identifying your soul. Okay? Not getting into the simulation. Forget that. Just focusing on getting into your light. How to use your light through thoughts, time, space, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, husband, wives, children, anything through its relation to communication. You have better communication with yourself. You can even heal your throat. Okay? It's really, really powerful when you can heal things instantly, just with thoughts. Because you're presenting yourself every single time through DNA, structures, positions, scanning, locations, the hydrolysis, electronics, anything through that provision of acting time through vortex positions, your time capacity position of time. So I just passed out, fall asleep. It happened when I was feeling a lot of energy, or they were showing a message. That's it. You have to pay attention to that, Queen. You have to pay attention to everything that you're seeing through illustration, diagram programs, letters, numbers, and shapes, anything through sonar, okay, any that connection, especially perceptions. Because they can come in any way and form, right? Day, afternoon, or night, or when you're sleeping. So it's you paying attention to what's happening, to its energy system. It is a process, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's push, and it's all about understanding the roller coaster of you. That's all it is. Yeah. Yeah, so Brandy, just go through my emails, and Queen, go through my connections, and I'll open up your attractions, and I'll heal you through scanning instantly. That's how powerful it is, right? It goes right into the mind, goes right into the brain, changes everything through the conceptual lines. It connects to your thoughts and puts you back into position. Your chakra system can be off. Your thoughts could be off. Your travel positions could be off. Your communication cycles could be off. Your rotation centers could be off. Your singularity line divisions could be off. Your graphing of your perceptions could be off. Your audio signals of your gamma operation positions could be off. Your triangular forces of shapes could be off. Everything could be off, right? But I have to scan you through that connection, right? So. And thing is too, Queen and Brandy, when you wake up, send it back. Send it back. If you're on TikTok, just really express yourself. Really, really channel your positions. You want to really open up, because humanity has to see what you see through perception, because they want to get there. We want to wake up the sleeping lions, people. That's what we want to do. We want to wake them up. You know? Take them out of their energy pods, put them in their star seeds. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So sometimes I'm sitting and I just pass out, fall asleep. It happens when I'm feeling a lot of energy, or they are showing a message. I was watching a documentary about Stonehenge and I fell asleep. There's a lot of ancestry and history there. You understand why they're in positions or time positions when you come into, Stonehenges or any of that connection. So when you wake up, you become more aware of everything with history and ancestry of everything, because you're channeling to different vibration and dimensional time. Okay. Everything that you see is in a different dimension of time, guys. That alone is ancestry and history. But knowing where it came from, that's powerful on its own. That's communication, right? That's truth. They're sending you truth, because it's all about everything that you see has past, present, and future alignment. It has an error, okay? Everything has an error of history. But when you wake up, you understand more of its reality and where it came from. You get a better idea who you are through calculation, time, position, space. We are the center of the creation. Yep. Yep, this is exactly where we are. The center of creation. Imagine that. The center of thoughts, the center of space of thoughts, the center of space of thoughts of time. You know, it's amazing when you come into this position. So, loving the questions though. It's great to see new people. Just going to back trace here. But it's great that you're helping out people. When you help out, you see your whole light of you in a different way. You see life in a different way. If you change, very simple, think about this. If you change inside you, everything around you, of its atmosphere, community, will change. You'll see a different reality right away, right away. And if you don't know how, you go through the healing. Okay, and that's what I provide for everybody. Okay, so. All right, so I think I got caught up in the questions here. Have any questions or comments? I'm here to help. My team is here to help. They can help you on ways and forms. The thing is, too, when you go up to higher levels of upgrades, when you go through my healing, we go through test reviews and evaluations. Once you get up to a certain position of time position, first in command, your commander will put you into the attractions of the private link, where we go to communications, fifth dimensional system, 5 alignment system. We talk among each other. We come into the Rebellion Alliance. We have our own team. We have our own force team, right? It's extremely powerful, extremely powerful, because now we're connected to higher light of communication. So you can do that too if you want to go through your upgrading systems, right? I'll just go through your product cycles and see where you are through your graphs. See if you're ready, right? But you have to see yourself ready. You have to be ready and know that you can go there wherever you want to go. It's scary at first, and that's the thing is, everybody's scared. They don't want to move forward because all they relate every day when they wake up, they're always in the past. But what are you doing differently? How are you channeling differently? What are you seeing? Or what are you observing? What are you watching? What are you doing to bring yourself forward? Ask those questions first, right? So the pyramids, I had past life memories, had to let that go too. Yeah, you have to let everything go. Yeah. And again, if you go through my healing, this will help you out more. Yeah. Yeah, you're just in confusion right now, Queen, when it comes into tracking locations. I can get you into the connections because you are connected to the Egyptians and the pharaohs. But just to know how you can get balance with its memory, that's powerful alone, right? So when you go through my healing, you go, oh, pharaohs, meridians. Ooh, King Tut, pyramids, diamonds, crystals. Then you start, whoa, I'm starting to connect now. I know I'm starting who I am through higher self or avatar. Okay, because these are different program settings of you. It's just different codes. But you're just going to higher of communication to your quantum fields of vibration to your computer setups. So. But loving the day, loving the activation, loving the resonance around us. Great to see new people. You have questions or comments, please let me know. Okay. Love you guys very much. I'll keep you informed what's going on through traction positions and everything through the earth. Fifth dimensional systems set up through operation centers and everything through archangels and angels are more interforcing connections to lines of lights. The traction position is changing the core center now. Okay, the energetic field is coming to higher light. So it's going through scathing rotation. It's going through new scanning of a graphing position to a new anomaly of a digital frame position. Okay. Oh yeah, no, it's extremely cool, isn't it? I'd like to give everybody what's going on into the practicing cycles when it comes into the future, this connection of its event. All right. So everybody have a fantastic day. Adios.